Boy, just be yourself. If people don't like you if you're being yourself, fuck them.
It's Big Los,
Hollywood Kev,
and welcome to another episode of The Noize. If you haven't yet, go ahead and follow us on the big three, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Noize Podcast. And, of course, you can follow everything Beat Network at beatnetworkonline.com. Kev, what's going on with you, sir?
No, nothing, man. Nothing at all, man. Just another day in, what they say, paradise, right?
Sure. We can call it paradise. We'll throw some shit out there.
Other than that, man, everything's been cool. Everything's good. It's just things is gonna look up for me, so I'm good.
Shit is moving. How was your week, man?
My week was actually pretty boring. I didn't do much this week at all. I mean, read, but other than that, that's an everyday thing. My week was boring this week. Actually, I really was like, damn, I can't wait to record because there ain't shit else to do.
That's understandable.
I'm assuming you was slaving all week.
Absolutely. I'm gonna be real. I haven't sat down in my apartment for more than an hour in about 4 or 5 days.
Damn, so it was one of those where you were so busy you wasn't even at home, couldn't even chill. Damn.
Yeah, even today. Fucking
I'm sorry.
I had to get up like so here's what happened. And I love like water for chocolate. I'm about to put them on blast. So they had to record early for good reasoning because today, I guess when the ear hustlers are hearing this, Truth is having her third annual luncheon, the Wonderland edition.
Truth.
Sold out. So definitely shout out to her. That's going to be a fantastic event.
Right.
If there are some ladies that's listening that's going to the show, definitely comment, talk about it, and help spread the word with that. So that way the next one can be even bigger. But even though what's bigger than sold out? You know, that's all we doing 2018. We just selling shit out.
Right.
However, they asses didn't tell me. So I didn't go. Oh, I guess I would have to start to why I would have been tired. So my cousin was in town from London, and we all went
across
out
the pond. All right,
you feel me? We all went out for to go to Topgolf the other day, and we got a mad late start to it. So I didn't get back until about 2:30 in the morning. Fast forward, my phone ringing at 7:30 because they're on the way to the studio to record.
7:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh,
right. They record.
All right.
They record early because they be having a lot of things going on throughout the day too. So it's understandable. So 7:30 in the morning, they calling saying that it's time to go record, and I'm like, huh? Like it's Friday. What are you talking about? Hold on, wait. Let me make sure I got my days right. What's today? I was like, wait, it's Saturday. Y'all normally record on Sundays. So she was like, wait, oh no, we didn't reach out to you to let you know that we were going to be recording today. So that's how the day started. Of course, went and put in my 8 hours on the slave trade, trying to follow the drinking gorge. And then afterwards, let me see. I'm trying to figure out a way to say this without putting too much business out. Now I guess I'll just say it. So we have a family member that's moving, and her house is gigantic. Like she has like all the house. It's just it's just hella house with hella shit in it. I had to go over there and help them.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
I hate moving, period. But I hate probably more than moving is helping people move.
Right. That's really how
it seemed like they never prepared, like they just realized they was moving.
That's normally how moving goes. It's just be like, you know what? I think it's time for us to get up and just move. Didn't get as much accomplished tonight as I would have liked to because they started a while ago, and this was really like the only window that I truly had to do it. But still was able to get some stuff loaded up. But I'm tired. Doesn't explain what I am right now. And then I'm getting back to it tomorrow at 7 in the morning.
Oh man. That's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You lying. But anyway.
I am because I know how important sleep is, especially for you. So yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I gotta figure this shit out because otherwise it's gonna be another. Hey, so guess who's in the hospital again?
Right. Definitely don't need that.
You know what's weird though? I'm like what I'm not understanding. I'm pretty sure they're listening to this episode like, oh, these niggas are having a whole ass conversation. But anyway, what's weird is this week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it seemed as busy, but then I realized I was on my normal middle of the week shift this entire week. Like this entire week, I was 12 to 8. So when I was getting up early in the morning to get stuff taken care of for Beat, then I had to have a whole ass day at work and then getting all kind of things situated with this fucking car again. I'm gonna quit ranting on this show. Like this wasn't a good week. I can just go ahead and just chalk this up to this not being a good week. However, I'm staying optimistic. Not looking at things as so much as a pessimist anymore. Trying to remain as positive. Like if I'm not gonna be positive, I'm not gonna be optimistic. I'm just gonna be nothing at all. Exactly. I'm just gonna be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna do. I'm trying to maintain that same energy because I'm really trying to be about the shit that I be talking about on this show.
Right. I understand that.
However, one interesting thing did happen that. Right now it's a bad thing, but it's going to turn out to be something either really dope or really crazy.
Explain.
Dog, they canceled Daredevil.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I seen that, which was weird to me because I figure if they was going to cancel anything, it would have been that Jessica Jones. You know what I mean? They canceled Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. Cool, because Daredevil Season 3 actually was a decent season. But by them doing that, I was like, what the hell is going on? Maybe they're doing something bigger. Maybe they'll keep the people who play those roles the same. They're just something bigger.
But
cool,
see that
but they're just canceling just to cancel it. That's kind of foul.
Well, no. Well, that's the part that I'm getting to. Well, first of all, it's hilarious because Iron Fist didn't have a fucking chance.
His was the worst out of all of them. Well, I never watched Jessica Jones, so I can't say.
Did he get like
out of the 3 I watched? His was bad.
Did he get 1 season or 2?
He got 2. They canceled him right after the second season.
They was like, you know what, this ain't it. We can find that one Marvel character that nobody give a fuck about. Let's go ahead and get him up out of here. Right. But yeah, so they canceled Luke Cage, they canceled Iron Fist, and now they canceled Daredevil. Right. So the only thing that's left on Netflix that's a Marvel property is The Punisher and Jessica Jones.
Right.
Which I'm sure
they might keep the Punisher.
But see, that's the part that I'm talking about that's interesting. Those two are going to get canceled. There's literally no way around it. And here's why. The Disney network drops next year. Mm-hmm. Disney owned.
Hey, speaking of Disney, that Titan shit is hard, man.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is tough.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Disney they ain't their bag, bro. They ain't their bag big time.
Yeah.
Because there's some other things I want to touch on with Disney as well. But they start the Disney paid streaming network next year. Marvel is a Disney property, as well as Lucasfilms and a bunch of other shit. So when they announced that they was going to be doing this, I was like, oh, okay. So it's about to be just a whole bunch of childhood, movies and TV shows and stuff like that.
Limited series, yeah.
And then that's when you really had to think about like, oh, wait, they own all these other properties though. So it's going to have all the Star Wars, all the Marvel movies like this.
Yeah. The
Disney network is going to be all the way lit. Yeah. My grown ass will be subscribing to that Disney network.
I mean, if I didn't have a Fire Stick, then yeah, I would. But Fire Stick, I kind of get a lot. I know I'm going to get a lot of that stuff. At least I hope.
Yeah, we have access to a lot of that stuff, absolutely. Right. But I feel like it's just going to be some shit in there that we don't have that, you know what I'm saying, that grasp on with our Fire Stick.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
If it ain't too much, don't get me wrong. Shit, right about now, I definitely, if it's dope, I'm going to subscribe to it for sure.
Oh, it's going to be dope. Now, continuing with Disney, how you feel about the Lion King trailer?
I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna go see that movie. That movie ain't for the kids that's young now. That movie for us.
Like, y'all know nothing about this. You don't feel this.
Yeah.
Don't you cry when Mufasa get trampled.
Exactly. Oh, that's gonna be crazy. Seeing him get trampled live screen. That's gonna be crazy.
You know, it's funny because I have to see how everything turns out because they didn't show anyone talking. Now,
did you see Jungle Book?
Nah, that's what I was about to bring up. Like, I didn't see Jungle Book.
That movie, that movie's good.
So they got the live action shit locked down then.
That movie is a good movie. Like for an adaptation of something, like especially an animated movie, that movie is hard.
And yeah, and that's why I'm curious because I heard that they really hit the nail on the head with that one.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I really want to see what they're going to do with Lion King. Lion King is easily one of, if not the most popular Disney movie to drop.
True. This is Disney. Yeah. As an animated movie, absolutely. Yeah.
As an animated movie, shit. If you're looking at
it might even be movie period.
That's what I'm saying. Like period in Disney. I think that may be it. Like, and they brought back James. They got a whole new cast except Mufasa. Because
that was right though. Just imagine watching a live action. As soon as you watch it, even if the movie is good, even if the story is good or whatever. As soon as you hear Mufasa talk, you be like, man, I ain't watching this shit.
Yeah, but
it wasn't James Earl.
Who else was gonna play Mufasa?
Yeah, it had to be him.
I think they would have ended up getting dude that played Nunu's daddy from Tales from the Hood too. Oh. He'd have been either him or the Allstate guy. No one else can really, get that timber.
You know what's gonna be bad, and I hope I am wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. I hope this man ain't stay alive for this live action movie, and as soon as it drops, this man croak. I'm gonna be upset.
Wait, what happened?
I said, I hope this man didn't stay alive to do this live action movie, and then as soon as it dropped, he croaked, because I'm gonna be upset. Mufasa.
Oh, James Earl Jones?
Yeah, James Earl Jones. Yeah.
No, he got plenty of time left. We ain't got to take James Earl out just yet. Come on, man. That's
now you right. And okay, you got plenty of time left, but we also seen people with even more time than him drop. So. I don't know. I'm just saying. I hope
that's because they had things going on. Like, think about it. James Earl ain't been Me Too'd. You ain't never heard about James Earl overdosing anywhere. Hey, man, I think we got a good one. Like, listen, this is King Jaffe Joffer. You feel me? he got plenty of time, nigga. It's Zamunda is basically Wakanda. He got the herb. We got James Earl Jones at least for another 56 years. Give or take.
Low key, Zamunda was Wakanda first.
For real. No, real shit though. Eddie Murphy was supposed to play Black Panther.
Yeah. It was first. That's funny.
When I heard that shit, I was like, yo, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Eddie Murphy as T'Challa. Like that wouldn't have been good.
Yeah, I don't want to see that either.
Because it would have really just felt like Akeem.
Yeah, exactly. Akeem with a panther suit. I'm good.
You feel me? Akeem in a leotard.
Right, yeah.
Damn, where the hell were we going with this?
I don't know. You were speaking.
This is true. But anyway, boom, Lion King. There we go, bringing it on back. Now, here's the thing that makes me nervous with this movie. And not necessarily make me nervous, but more. Yeah, so why did I say make me nervous? See, I'm tired. Y'all don't worry about me. What's interesting about the movie, and I'm still gonna see it, but it's kind of like a lot of the what's new really is gonna stop at the actual presentation of the movie. Somebody made a like a side-by-side comparison to the scenes that they showed in the commercial to what happened in the animated movie. And nigga, from how it was being presented, it's a shot-for-shot remake of the movie.
That'd be dope. It'd be interesting to see like what, you know what I mean, like what they gonna sound like or so on and so forth, but that'd be dope.
Now, I think it'd be dope because like I said, that's taking the visual aspect to a completely different level. However, I'm like, come on, man. I'm still going to go see it. Y'all still going to get my money. But at least give me something. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little more. Put a little more oomph on it somewhere. But what I think,
will say that the trailer that they did drop, like, don't get me wrong, it was a trailer, great. But I was watching like, y'all could have gave more. I agree with you. They could have gave a little bit more.
But I think what they did was,
was that a teaser trailer though?
Yeah. Well, no, The original teaser was, I think I want to say it was like them zooming in on the picture of Simba or whatever.
Oh, okay, but they did have an actual teaser for it,
right? And I don't even think,
okay,
I don't think this was the theatrical trailer. I think this was just a teaser trailer.
That's what I just said. I said no, I hope this is a teaser trailer.
We need to get somebody from Back to the Classes on here because I can't remember which one it is. I know they do teasers and then they do teaser trailer. Like they do a trailer that's not a full theatrical trailer. Mm-hmm. It's almost like an extended. It's like an extended teaser.
Gotcha.
So what I'm assuming that they did is in the extended teaser they made it shot for shot to capture that nostalgia from the people who are familiar with it, and then they made it real prettyful for all the youngins that don't know what's going on with it.
No, this movie ain't for them. This movie for us big ass kids. This movie ain't for them. You better shut your damn baby up while Mufasa's speaking. All right,
first of all, if Lion King ain't rated R, I'm definitely gonna go in there and flipping some shit over.
Wait, you want it to be rated R?
Hell yeah! I don't need no kids up in there.
I mean, I don't want it to be rated R.
Scar gotta have dreadlocks. It almost gotta be. It gotta be belly with lions.
Oh wow!
I need shit to go down.
Gotta be nuts.
The hyenas gotta be Jamaican. You feel me? Like they really gotta go in with this. But you know what though? I think it's gonna be. I look forward to Timon and Pumbaa. Now this is weird because those are like the only black people. Those are the only people that aren't black voicing the characters in the movie. But I look forward to hearing Timon and Pumbaa because I believe Pumbaa is played by Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna be funny as all hell because they were already funny in the cartoon. I know they're gonna go above and beyond.
I want to see how they're gonna, if they even do it. You know that scene where like it's towards the end of the movie, and they're about that big fight scene, and Timon and Pumbaa be singing and dancing. I want to know how that's going to be interpreted because that's a funny scene in an animated movie. So I want to know how that's going to be interpreted.
It's funny. I've been seeing a lot of memes where everybody's acting like it's Beyonce and the Lion King.
Nah. She wish.
I'm like, I get it. The Beehive, they're gonna ride with that girl through and through, but I don't think they understand her acting skills. I was excited when everyone was announced, you know, with Donald Glover playing Simba and Beyonce is Nala, like whatever. I'm happy because it's all black faces. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I think
I don't think the Beehive realized that the Lion King may be, if not bigger than Beyonce. Like, understand? She's I think so. And the reason being is because it was big before Beyonce was a thing. That's why.
This is true, but I don't think anybody gonna kill for Mufasa though. Like nobody was really trying to get back on Scar. Anybody that was riding with Scar when he murked out Mufasa.
That's true.
You say that. You say just the wrong thing about Beyonce. You like to catch 3 pokes to the stomach.
That's you right with that.
If you in the right, you know what I'm saying, alleyway, you may just get a couple of them to the stomach, maybe even one in the back.
Might get jumped.
No, now that's not a might. You for sure getting jumped, but somebody coming in with a knife or with the Thule and they trying to really make some things ring. I'm telling you, bro, that's
wild.
That's a different kind of force right there. Before I do get off of Disney though, this does make me even more excited for the live action Aladdin movie.
Oh yeah.
Cause seeing talking animals is cool, but now I get to see a live action genie. I get to see actual Middle Eastern looking actors playing these people. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be dope. That's probably one of the. I mean, don't get me wrong, Aladdin is a classic. I love Aladdin. Out of that run of movies, I think that might be the best live action movie.
Yeah.
Even though it ain't coming, you know what I mean? Like I think it was made for live action.
Absolutely. From a visual standpoint, bro, imagine what those scenes gonna look like. You remember when Jafar becomes a genie? Mm-hmm. Bro, imagine what that's about to look like.
Yeah, that's
when the sand pop out, turn into the lion head. Oh, bro, that's about to be something ridiculous.
I want to see, but I want to see what the genie looks like off top. I think that's gonna be dope.
I'm just okay. Here's my nervousness with that. I'm when I think of Will Smith voice character acting, I think about Shark Tale.
I knew you was gonna say that. Yeah.
Now, when you think about actors and actresses when they do the voice acting, there's enough distinction in their voice acting that you can kind of, you know who that person is.
Right.
But you can also see that that this person is a character. Now, for people to understand my rambling, look at Ellen when she played Dory. You know that that's Ellen's voice, but that's Ellen acting like Dory. Exactly.
Right.
Shark Tale was Will Smith.
Will Smith. I mean, I think he went along with the story, like, you know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. It was Will Smith. It wasn't Will Smith playing the fish. It was Will Smith acting or voicing over this fish character.
That was Will Smith.
I get what you're saying.
With a free Thursday and Friday. He went in there, he laid his lines down, went back, knocked down Jada Pinkett real quick, and then probably, you know, went on a yacht. You know, Will Smith doing a bunch of random shit that just looks super lit. And I'm like, I want to be a part of that, but, you know, getting off subject.
Will living a life.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Fun fact, Aladdin is my favorite Disney movie, period. Don't add me, or you can add me. It's whatever.
Don't at me, or you can at me. Don't bother me, or you can bother me, but it's all right.
Ain't that your approach to it?
Nah, my approach is don't bother me, leave me alone.
This is true.
My approach.
This is also true. So anyway, getting into the show, and I mentioned Me Too earlier. Interesting that it's reached out to, you know, some people that there are some ones that when you hear about them, you're not necessarily surprised.
Right.
This one is a bit of a shocker. And this one also holds validity because of at least one of the victims, you know, job. Right. So Neil deGrasse Tyson, aka Smart Brother of real life, he was accused of rape back in the 80s. Or sexual misconduct. Let me not say rape. Sexual misconduct.
No, it said rape. It was drugging and raping a person or a woman in the 80s, which was nuts to me. I was like, how did we just? How is it skipped over?
You know what's so scary about that? You know what's so scary about that? If there's anybody that can legit come up with a rape formula, it would be this smart motherfucker.
But I'm assuming. I mean, I'm not going to say that person was lying or anything like that, but I'm assuming he wasn't never convicted because we would have known, you know what I mean, if he drugged and raped a person. There was definitely something that he finessed his way out of this somehow before it did probably pop back up. So, yeah. Now, I'd be surprised.
And it's like you said, you know, we never go to the place of where victim blaming or, you know, we're not believing the victim. When things look questionable, you can't help but to question it.
Exactly.
In this situation, it wasn't like it was, you know, a random lady that was down on her luck or, you know, you see her with a celebrity, stuff like that. One of the victims is a professor at Bucknell University. And not just like a regular, you know, math professor. She's physics and astronomy. So her bag's already good. Mm-hmm. Her bag is already is fine, and the other one is his former assistant, like you just said,
who said she quit because of this conduct. Mm-hmm.
So this isn't necessarily something that you can be like, oh, they lying or whatever. This shit sticks.
Yeah. So I have a question because for me, I listen to a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson stuff. You know what I mean. So my question to you is, who, if they were in this situation, who in this type of situation would you completely look at and be like, damn, like kind of be a little upset about?
What you mean? Elaborate.
Like, hypothetically, let's say if it came out in 10 years, Jay-Z did sexual misconduct, you'd be like, what the fuck? You'd be a little bit upset about it. Who, because obviously we know not the one, but who is it, if anybody would feel that same way about if it came out in the next few years?
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers. I understand that though. Have you seen his documentary?
And that's why I said Mr. Rogers. Let me tell you something. That was the happiest man in the world. seeing Mr. Rogers like actually pissed off, like going in on people that were like mocking him, making fun of him on the TV shows and shit. Like you could tell Mr. Rogers wasn't supposed to go past the time that he was actually alive.
To see in the documentary how like this man truly was about how he appeared on screen was mine, because usually it appear one way and it's really that way in real life, but he was that way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine us having a Mr. Rogers right now when trolling and memes are a thing.
Oh, they would have a field. If they would have a field Mr. Rogers right now.
But yeah, so
now 2018 will be the first time we see Mr. Rogers drop a L, like, yo, leave him alone type shit.
And then, you know, and it's going to be as chill and calm as Mr. Rogers can possibly deliver it. Now, I don't normally say these kind of words.
He's going to take off his sweater, sit down, and tell you, leave the fuck alone.
No, it's going to be a whole ass song when he's coming out the sweater. So you guys try to tease me. You must have thought I was pussy. Will you square up? Will you see me? Like, yo, I'm not ready for Mr. Rogers smoke. That's a completely different kind of smoke. Because, you know, it's always the extra calm ones that really pop up and show you like, yo, I'm really about that life.
Exactly. Somebody that can be that calm and be that happy. Like, either they secretly crazy or they know some shit. I'm good.
Yo, what if Mr. Rogers had like crazy hands?
That wouldn't put it past me. And the only reason is because I think he was aware that people looked at him. Oh, that's the nice guy, Mr. Rogers. You know what I mean? And I hope nobody did, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody tried him. So in that case, you would kind of want to have some crazy hands. What if he had a toolie, though? What if Mr. Rogers walked around with a heat every day?
But you know what, though? The way Mr. Rogers was, don't get me wrong, you know, very happy man, very great heart, you know, great individual. If he did have a toolie, I feel like he would have like a musket.
A musket?
He just strikes me as a musket individual.
He was a handgun.
Like people, like people will be outside throwing rocks at his window, and you just see him at the window, just pouring in the gunpowder and just sticking it in. Keep throwing them rocks if you want to. I'm coming around this corner like it's 1774. But going back to the question that you asked, if we were to find out like Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross was out here just running drug trains on people, that would just be the craziest news to ever come out. That would, you know what? That would make you question, are there good people in this world?
Really, don't get me wrong. I know who Mr. Rogers is, you know what I mean? It's part of my childhood, stuff like that, but I wasn't attached to him like Bob Ross. I was. So if that came out, I would be here. If it came out tomorrow, Bob Ross was touching people. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me that whole day. Just leave me alone.
It makes you question yourself as a great person. Like, bruh, it's like, so was, you know, that shit that you pulled on old girl, was that a happy little accident? Like, be honest. Just talk, you know, let me know. Like, I need to know everything. I need to know all the logistics.
Right.
But, so with Neil deGrasse Tyson, I think that's how his name's pronounced, right? Is it deGrasse or deGrasse?
Yeah. Him. Yes, they know who we're talking about.
Smart brother. I'm going to stick with smart brother.
Mm-hmm.
With him, again, that knowing who these women are and their relationship to him, and the fact that any kind of thought about this being some kind of financial or popularity gain for them, all that shit is eliminated. Because these women, they have plenty going for themselves already, for one, and for two, it's on record that the assistant quit because of this bullshit.
Right. And not only that, it's not like Neil blew up or like this, you know what I mean? It was like everywhere. You ain't heard nothing about Neil. So they ain't doing this because he, you know, reached a new level of fame or something like that.
Right. He's not a super celebrity.
Yeah. So it kind of, with that, at least, kind of help us think a bit more. Do you think, well, if it if this did happen, you know what I mean, or anything like that, do you think he see jail time?
Hey, if they got Cosby, I'm pretty sure they can get Neil. Even though I don't think they're going to go after Neil as aggressively as they did Cosby. Well, okay, let me.
Yeah, I partially think. I agree, but I think they they're trying to make an example with Cosby.
Well, with Cosby's different. So I need to start bringing that up when it comes down to people getting charged for stuff back in the 80s. Cosby went to jail for what he did back in like 04 and 05. That's why he got the time that he got. I'm not sure how they would approach the situation with Neil.
I don't know, but could you imagine Neil in the tell his celly about astronomy?
Yo, if Neil goes to jail, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be doing scientific magic tricks in there. He's gonna be keeping the niggas busy.
Right. So been the got in there and how to get new drug to get high and been running jail.
I'm telling you, and Neil gonna come out with cornrows, tattooed tears, and a scar. Don't know where the scar is gonna be at.
He got a little fro too, so yeah.
Yeah, he already got the little half fro right now. It's gonna be a salt and pepper braids, with the black and gray hair. Like he's gonna be a whole new dude. Still talking mad proper too.
It doesn't on the surface. It doesn't look good for him, far as him actually doing this. But I kind of hope that he didn't, only because I have learned stuff from him. You know what I mean? Like he was always cool, easy to listen to, and very digestible information. So if it turns out that he a creep, then yeah, it's fuck him. But at the same time, like, damn, I gotta fuck you, Neil. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those where it's like, I hate we hear, and I'm sticking by it. But I don't know.
Dog,
I hope it don't. I hope something happens. Something comes out where it's not true. I don't know.
That's exactly how I felt the other day when I was watching. That's how I felt. I can't even say the other day because it was a few months ago. But when I watched the movie Seven, they got Seven on Netflix now, and I was like, oh shit, hell yeah, I'm definitely about to watch this. And you get through the entire movie before you find out that the killer is Kevin Spacey.
Right.
And you're watching it and you're like, this dude is such a amazing actor, but you were fucking little boys around this time. Like, dog.
And I will say, and I know we ain't trying to go too deep on this particular subject, but this man got accused for something. Came said that's not really he remember it, but he did have relations with dude. But you ain't hear nothing else about it. No jail time, no nothing. I think that's kind of absurd, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think honestly they're definitely within the scope of authority and inside the statute of limitations to really do something about it. However, so here's the thing with that, and someone please correct us because they always do. Is this something that the victims would have to actually press charges for them to start going forward with it? Because it seems like when it seems
like the people are just coming out and saying it, they're not
right. Exactly, they're just trying to expose them like this dude isn't the hero that you think he is. But would they have to actually press charges for them to go forward with something? Because like you said, he said it himself. Like, if it did happen, it was such a different time. Yeah, like he had a whole apology letter, decided to come out as gay, and I really just kind of ride the wave of it. But you're right, it completely got swept under the rug.
That's a good question, though. You ask a good question because if we take in these articles or stuff that we're reading exactly for the word that says, none of them say they press charges. They all say accused or came out. None of them say that. Even with the Neil deGrasse thing, they didn't say that they were pressing. They just said that they came out. He was, you know what I mean, as is. So that's a very good question.
Now let me I want to touch on one thing before I go to the next point that I want to make. This continues to add to my confusion of like, what's that piece of someone that makes them that way? Like what is it about, these men and in other cases, the women that feel like, they're entitled to somebody's body to the point where they're going to drug them and rape them. Like, when you hear shit like that, just saying it out loud sounds crazy.
That's true.
So to know that somebody was sitting back like, all right, I'm going to incapacitate her, and then I'm going to take that down.
We fucking or I'm fucking.
Exactly. Either we fucking or I'm fucking. Nothing about that slides off the tongue and feels good. Like nothing about that.
Exactly. I think it has, to me at least, it has to be a power thing. Because now granted, you're not, we know it happens, unfortunately, to whomever, an everyday person, but a lot of it be with these men that have some sort of power. You know what I mean? Like, if we're going back, Weinstein, he obviously had the power. He one of the biggest companies in Hollywood. Kevin Spacey, he's one of the best actors, and like you said, he's a top actor. Neil deGrasse, he's probably one of the smartest people on the planet. You know what I mean? Bill Cosby. I mean, it's America's dad. You know what I mean? So to me, I look at these men have some type of power, and they're not used to not getting things their way, or they are used to just doing whatever and nobody really telling them no. So when they get told no, or it doesn't look like it's going to go the way they want it to go, they abuse that power. That's the only way that I can think of.
And even then, it still don't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense, but I don't think it'd ever make sense to somebody like us, because no matter what, we would never do that. If me and you became billionaires today and the chick down the street said no, all right, then bye, and that'd be the end of it. You know what I mean? I think it won't ever make sense to us, because we're not hardwired. Like, I think select people, whether they got power or not, are hardwired to think that they can just do that. They don't view sex or sexual acts as kind of union, or kind of even if you just, it's a floozy, you just messing off, like, so you have to feel something to look down with somebody, unless you're hardwired just to think it's just an act, you know what I mean, and just take it.
Like, I ask these questions, but then it's also crazy to know that, and it's funny because I just had this conversation with someone not too long ago. Mm-hmm. It's crazy because you hear, these people that drug women and rape them, and then you hear these people that's sending the unsolicited dick pics and stuff like that. In the conversation I was having, I was like, all of these things that I hear is literally just what I'm hearing from you. I don't see it on my timeline. I don't run with anybody like that in my circle. Not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm just saying it's when you hear it, the shit is fucking bananas. To know that there are people out there that really exist like that. Like all these motherfuckers deserve their ass beat. All these motherfuckers deserve something crazy to happen. Like, I look at them the same way I look at dudes that put their hands on females. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, dog. Like, you gotta relax. Yeah. Mental health, bro. It's right. Everything. This all goes back to it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You spoke on the domestic. Did you hear about the did you watch that video?
No, I didn't. I need you to really catch me up on what I'm saying, that situation, because I've only heard about it, but I haven't actually looked into it.
I forget the dude's name, but video beating this girl up. Now it was little around saying that she may have, or whatever the case is. I don't know. There's no reason woman say that he did. Now if it was a racist slur, or it was a dude or something like that, then, you know what I mean? That's on you. But there's nothing a woman, I've had women try, there's nothing a woman can do to make me hit them, period, let alone how he did. Like this guy dropped the people's elbow on old girl. Like,
wait, are you talking about the dude from the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't think he's anybody of any kind of importance. Yeah, they just cut him yesterday.
Well, he should be cut. After Rice, this way the NFL was gonna let that happened. But what's crazy about that, I seen this, it was messed up, but I thought it was, if Kaepernick had beat his girlfriend, he'd still be in the NFL.
You said if Kaepernick did what?
Kaepernick beat his girlfriend instead of Neil, still be in the NFL. And
absolutely.
Wild.
Absolutely.
The NFL knew about the Ray Rice situation. Like, when we got that video, that wasn't recent. That was like old. They knew about it, and they still let him play. So they definitely dropped the ball with that situation. So they definitely they're going to have to make an example with this dude.
Now, let me preface what I'm going to say by saying this. Again, any dude that puts his hands on a female is a bitch. No matter how you want to look at it, it's cut and dry. You put your hands on the chick, you throwing her around, you throw your drink in her face, whatever the case is, you're a pussy ass nigga because you're doing something to a woman that you would dare not do to another man, because 9 times out of 10, your pussy ass is going to get knocked out.
Right now, or feel that comfortable with her that you don't think she's a threat enough to, you know what I mean? That's
exactly. You have that little respect. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have that little respect for her, and you don't, you know what I'm saying, you have no real fear of her, anybody that's in her circle or anybody that, you know, that's in her bloodline, to really put your hands on a female. Like, nah, those type of dudes, I look forward to just accidentally whooping their asses as many times as possible.
Accidentally on purpose, whoop their ass. Yeah.
Accidentally on purpose, but as a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Now, it sucks that I actually have to preface stuff like that, because as soon as you say anything that's not just outrage, all of a sudden you're a part of the problem. But anyway, I'm not making an excuse for a dude. I'm not trying to humanize the situation. I'm not trying to do any of that shit. I watched, obviously I've seen it before, but I rewatched Concussion recently. And I was just sitting there thinking how crazy CTE is. Right. Obviously, Ray Rice wasn't the first. This dude wasn't the first. You know, we didn't told stories about Jim Brown on this show before. Right. Again, pussies for putting their hands on females. Exactly. However, what if it was the comeback that a lot of this stuff was contributed to that?
I can rock with that, for the simple fact that, now, unfortunately, we do know it happens to other athletes, but when you really think about it, football players are the ones that are doing what makes you is CT reason behind it. It's not right. It's not too far. I agree with that. Not making excuses for anybody, but it's too easy for it to come out that this person CE and now as a result on some of his violent actions, or any actions for that matter. I don't know. But that is definitely a good point, and that they can look at. That's definitely good.
Yeah, and again, for like the third time of it being said right now, not making excuses for anybody. But one of the most standout cases to me has always been the Chris Benoit case. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how life brings it full circle, and we're going to talk about this now. And I had just a picture of dude like 3-4 days ago. It's just funny, like a random picture. It's just funny. Like, and here's why I'm bringing this up. They have a picture. You know, I like, you know, look at random lists and shit like that. So they had a picture, the last picture that Chris Benoit ever took. And in the picture, you know, he has like, you know, he's smiling for the camera, whatever. He got his hat on, he dressed up, whatever. But they said that picture was taken right after he killed his wife. And realistically, that night is when he went back and killed his son. So that's fucking nuts. They already said that they found the steroids in his system, and his brain showed signs of CTE. So, and like you just got done saying, that's fucking nuts. So that means this man killed his wife, somehow managed to hide it from his son, went out, took a picture for a fan, then went back and killed his son, and then killed himself. Yeah, something about I always felt now, just like I'm pretty sure the rest of the world when that came out, we was like, wait, what the fuck? I was shocked, but nobody was ready. Right, I'm pretty sure that may have something to do with it, because it doesn't, that part, unless dude is just a nutcase psychopath, it doesn't make sense. You kill your wife, go out, have a good time, kick whatever, then go back and kill your son. Like, I want to know what prompted this. You know what I mean? Like, was there an argument and things went left from there, or did you just literally walk through the door and just and get to getting? You know what I mean? Like, I really want to know what was the process. How did that come about? Bruh, and that's the scary thing about CTE. Like, you look at Junior Seau. When Junior Seau killed himself, beforehand, they was like, dog, he's the happiest man you'll ever see. He always wore a smile on his face. He literally wanted for nothing, and the man loved his life. No signs of depression, no, with all the other people that suffered CTE and eventually killed themselves, they said people noticed the decline. And they saw what was going on. Junior Seau was you said what?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, that's all I'm saying. Junior Seau, he was showing none of that shit, and then out of nowhere kills himself.
What if CTE, what if it, I don't know enough about it in like the medical terms, but what if it does something to the brain that makes people either lash out or do some type of significant violent act, whether it be kill someone or kill themselves? You know what I mean? Right. What if there's like a motor skill or something that's affected with CTE, and unfortunately being violent like that is the outcome? You know what I mean? I want to look into that, because like you said, they don't show no signs, no nothing, and then all of a sudden, boom, this happens, or boom, kills itself. It's weird. See, fuck, I will say that.
But going back to the Chiefs player, this doesn't take away from it. I'm not saying the man has CTE. If something was to come out later, not gonna lie, not much about my opinion would change. But
right.
Not saying I don't think the man has CTE. I don't think the man had any real mental disorders. But at the end of the day, bro, that's a bitch move. Like, you're an NFL player. That means you're a finely tuned athletic machine, as the water boy told us.
Right.
Nothing.
Not only that, you've taken like tackles from other bigger people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not like, you know what I mean, you there's no reason you should feel threatened by that. And then on top of that, you're with your friends. Even your friends told you, hey, you need to chill. You know what I mean? Like, when if you said or my brother said or something like that, hey, Kev, you need to chill. Know that you guys have my best interest in mind. So you guys are telling me to chill, and obviously doing something that's not in my best interest. So when your friends are telling you to chill, that's how you know, like, you really fucking up. You know what I mean? Like, you're really fucking up.
See, that's when you gotta have those kind of friends that as soon as they see some shit like that, they just jaw you. They just immediately just shift your shit right then and there.
Yeah. When it comes to attacking like a woman like that, yeah, absolutely. I mean, something like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And then after that, after everything is calmed down and deceased, or I didn't mean to use that word. After everything is calmed down, then we can talk about, you know what I mean, what's going on, whatever it is. And if you feel I shouldn't have did what I did, we can talk about all that. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. If that would never happen, but if something was to happen where I'm attacking a woman, something like that, or somebody that's way more defensive than me, and one of my boys like shoves me or draws me, then hey, I deserved it, and there's no hard feelings behind it. Sometimes you need that, especially from somebody who has your best interest. Let's say somebody you're getting into it with a girl or whatever the case is, and they don't punch her nothing, but they smack the shit out of her, and the friend is like, yo, what the fuck? Like, the friend is trying to save you from potentially doing something irreversible.
Yeah, that shit does not go away. That shit does not go away.
You're thinking like, dude, you're done in the NFL. But not only that, you're kind of in period. Like, the NFL are notoriously known for not having money, or being bankrupt or in debt, or not having zero money 3 years out of the league. So unless you got your investments and your money right, ain't nobody else gonna hire you. So what you gonna do?
Not gonna lie.
You're gonna be known as, oh, you got kicked out of NFL because you like to beat up women. We ain't hiring you.
Not gonna lie, the Canadian Football League may fuck around and pick his ass up. They get anybody.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure it's about 3-4 murderers playing in the CFL right now. And if he wait one more year, he can get into the XFL. You know, Vince McMahon, he bringing that back. You know, so he can get a good season out of that.
You know, it might be good for him to bring, like, first time it buzzed at first when it first came out didn't die out. But I think right now would be a good time for him to make that XFL, being how shitty the NFL is right now.
Yeah, he's definitely taking advantage of the climate being what it is right now. But also, the nigga is a Trump supporter, so it's probably not the best of rooms at the moment.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true. But if he a Trump supporter and he still let him, if he I know he's not, but if he, let's say they kneel and he say in the rock, man, look, people start watching that over there.
That would be interesting to see.
It'd be
kind of getting off of this one. Again, you hit a woman, you're a bitch. I don't care who you are. If you're my friend and you're listening to this and you hit a woman, you're a bitch, bro. Just know that straight up.
Yeah.
Random and horrible transition. I stuck to my word, man.
What?
I listened to Tekashi 6ix9ine album.
You did say you were going to listen to that album.
Did.
You did say that shit.
I did.
And by your tone, it was exactly why I wasn't going to listen to it.
I was 10% correct. The production is there. Whoever produced for Tekashi before he went to prison, them niggas was in their bag. They really wanted to make him a star. Mm-hmm. Everything else is gonna be a no for me, dog. It was just it was really just a bunch of unnecessary yelling. And I was talking to Jay Alonzo about this. There's one, and I need to be very clear because he kept trying to say, you said you liked this song. Like, no. So let me be very clear to the world right now. There is one song that is tolerable on that album.
How many tracks is on there?
Like 14?
If you got a 14-track album and it's one song that appeals to me, that's bad.
Now, let me take a look. So I know we normally say do your Googles, but, being that we are also available on Spotify, we're going to do our Spotify real quick. I'm going to let you know exactly how many songs is on this man's album.
Listen to Tekashi's album. That's fucking. You said it and you really did it.
Listen, I'm a man of my word. I said I was gonna listen to one of Lil Boat's shits. I did,
you did. Yeah,
and that is 45 minutes that I will never get back. 45 minutes that I would love to have back, but I can't. 13 songs.
That's exactly why I'm not wasting none of my minutes on them niggas. Nope.
It's 13 songs.
13 songs, okay. But even then, shit, you got 13 songs. Only one that's tolerable. It ain't even good. It's tolerable. That's bad.
Now, but also with how the climate in hip hop is right now, as well as Tekashi's popularity and his demand, this record, if Tekashi
has some demand, right?
If Tekashi didn't go to jail, this may have truly been his year. Because this is the record that they shot up the video shoot for. The record with Nicki Minaj and Kanye West, Mama. It's tolerable. It's truly tolerable.
Is it tolerable because of him or is it tolerable because of Nicki and Kanye?
I'm pretty much sure that it was because of Nicki and Kanye. However, he had that relaxed flow that he had on Fifi.
I haven't heard that track, so I wouldn't know.
You have heard Fifi. Gary, if you pressed play on the radio around the time that this record was buzzing, you've heard that record.
I'm telling you, bro, I've never heard that record before.
With Tekashi and Nicki Minaj.
I know that because I remember like the buzz around it, but I've never heard that record before.
Okay, cool. Don't do it to yourself. It's a terrible song, but it was the shit. Like people were really fucking with it. If they were able to really get that video done and really push the other single, the Mama record, as a single, this would have been Tekashi's best year. Because like I said, it's a tolerable song. I thought Fifi was terrible and Fifi charted crazy. This is a tolerable song. This probably would have done better than Fifi.
And then I want to know when he be thinking of these title names, what do he be thinking? Like,
he don't. He just be throwing shit out.
Don't he got a song called Gummo or something? Like, what do you be thinking? Like, what the fuck is a Gummo?
And what's funny, Gunmo is the only song that I could say was decent from him.
What the fuck is a Gummo?
No one knows but him.
That kid.
Like when he was talking about his verse from Fifi, like he was like, bro, like what does that even mean? Like he said, I went into the booth and just started talking shit.
Hey, that kid figured it out. I don't agree with his antics or how he does shit, but he figured it out. I can do it. He figured he can just say and it's gonna work.
Oh yeah, he got the formula.
Yeah, whatever the formula is, he definitely.
He
Fed's about to have it too, though.
You said what? Oh yeah,
I said the niggas in the Fed's about to have it too. They about he about to be in high demand. All right, he's still gonna be in high demand. Right on upstate.
Yo, speaking of that, and then this is going to be the last time we talk about Tekashi unless some shit changes, we promise. But speaking of that, one thing I was really looking forward to talk about until it got dismissed by the feds, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, when they started reporting that Academics was the snitch.
I didn't see that. I knew they said somebody in camp was snitch. I didn't know they said Academic snitch.
Yeah, it was reported for a little while that Academics, he ran and told that. But even the feds was like, nah.
If that's the case, they would have killed that boy.
Would they have, though?
The reason I say that is because nobody really likes Academics. I know some of the younger kids or whatever, they might rock with him because he older than them. He looked like the big. If he's age or older, you don't like Academics. So if he out there snitching and on people that Tekashi was dealing with, if Tekashi himself, and I can assume, even though I don't believe he's about it that life, I can assume that people around him they've been and killed that boy.
Yeah,
they've been and killed that boy.
I don't think they would have killed him. I think he'd have just got jumped. And the only reason I say that,
I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Hey, he know how to move in the right circles.
Yeah, I guess so. But the bodyguards are gonna be talking tough about him. But I'm surprised at that. Ain't nobody touched this chin or nothing.
Hey man, we gonna see what happens going forward. But I really was excited to talk about that. Like, yo, it be your own niggas. You got 40 Pillow talking about Drake's baby, and now you got Academic snitching on Tekashi. It be your own niggas. Kev, you got something you want to tell me?
No, I don't.
So you wrapped that up way too. Like, nah, man, what you mean? Nah, I'm good. Promise. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Was there anything else that you want to talk about?
Today,
yeah, so
it's a ton of music. It's a ton of music. I know we're going to get to that most likely next week because me personally, I like to sit with the music that came out and actually listen to it. I don't want to just jump out the window and talk about it and then in the week have different opinions. So this week we can definitely talk about a lot of hip hop because it's a lot of albums that came out.
Now, with that being said, I guess this is a proper time to announce a bit of a format change for the Noize. Again, we said on the last episode, so we're going to say it again now. We do apologize for there being no visual podcast. I'm pretty sure you can hear in the quality of this show why there isn't one. This would be kind of hard to catch the audio visual, with us being in two different areas at the moment. But the video podcast is going to return. It's going to return very soon, if not being the next episode. But it is going to be a bit of a format change for us. We're still going to have that open dialogue. We're still going to talk about anything that really hits the, hits the mainstream, whatever you may have you. But what we're going to do going forward, we're introducing two new, segments, if you want to call them, to the show. One of them is the question of the week, where we'll get on our social media and we'll pose a question to the ear hustlers from the Noize page as well as our personal pages. With that, we really want y'all to get involved with it because we want to really incorporate the ear hustlers into the show. We've always said we wanted to find different ways to do so. So this is one way that we can do it. We'll read your questions. We'll read your answers out to whatever our question is for the week. Or even if we get something set up that we just want to get something off your mind. So we're definitely going to open up that segment to the ear hustlers. We'll do that at the beginning of every episode. Mm-hmm. And at some point in the episode, depending on what dropped in the week, we're going to have a full album review.
I'm excited for that. That's going to be dope.
Absolutely. And this actually will be something that we'll also release separate from the podcast itself. So if you wanted to go directly to the album review to see how we felt about something dropping that you may be iffy on, if you do respect our hip hop opinion, absolutely check that out. So like I said, it's a slight format change, but nothing crazy.
I'm not listening to no Little Boat though.
Oh yeah, you are.
Not at all. We gonna let you. I'm gonna follow your lead.
I'm never listening to another Lil Boat record again. I'm never listening to another Tekashi record again. I never even gave Uzi a chance, so I can't even say that's even the case. But I give up on all of these new cats. They've all let me down. Yeah. Not saying that they ain't for somebody. Absolutely. They're just not for me.
Right. Yeah, that's very true. It ain't for me.
So, so like I said, a bit of a format change. Definitely let us know what you think of the change when we do go live with it. And again, you got to stay tuned to everything that we're doing here at Beat Network because, we got a lot of really good things coming up. With that being said, Kev, let the people know where they can find you, or did we already say this?
No, we didn't already say this. On Instagram, Hollywood Kev _ on Twitter, it's _ Hollywood Kev, and I probably returning there within the next couple of weeks.
You couldn't stay away from Black Twitter too long?
No, it's not even that. I use that for information to get into the loop to know what's going on. You know what I mean? So I've been having to do so at other resource or other ways, and it's taken more time than I would like to actually be in the know of something. So that's the only reason why. But yeah.
All right. At Big Los IG on IG. At the Noize Podcast on the Big Three, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, follow everything Beat Network on beatnetworkonline.com. We're a quick sneak peek. I know this is December. We are going into the new year. We got some amazing shit planned for Black Podcast Month coming February. Oh, it's going to be.
I was going to talk to you about that. I talked to you about it off the air or whatever before. Obviously before February, but yeah, I thought about Black Podcast Month last night actually.
Oh yeah. It's some great things on the way. It's some great things afoot, if you will. As always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate your support, and as always, it's Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
It's the Noize.